It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business. 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers. Past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors. Director at the Illinois Association of Realtors and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
Welcome to Get Real with Eddie. And it is a crazy, crazy day today. Nancy Valley's been kidnapped by aliens. Here in the studio with me from Baird & Warner is Tanya Rand. Tanya, how are you?
I'm fabulous, Eddie. It's a busy, good day in the world of real estate.
You know what? It has been a crazy, crazy day in the world of real estate. I feel like I was just running all morning. I got a listing that just keeps getting postponed. We're having some lending issues. You know, you do everything you possibly can, but you're still going to run into some issues and troubles and headaches. And luckily, we've got a really good team. The attorneys on top of it, the sellers being understandable, and you know we're trying to work with the buyer. It's not. I don't think it's the buyer's fault. I think it's the lender. So I'm not going to say who the lender is because it wouldn't be fair because I don't have all of the information. But when they're not communicating well, that's always a problem.
Then you're wondering what's going on. Communication is the key to life.
Well, and it's a key to trust. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
You want the agents. You want everybody to trust you in the situation. Communication and honesty are your two best tactics.
But wouldn't you say in real estate, we have to know when to take control and when to let it go?
Yes. Yes.
And as long as you can fly with that, then you can help everyone who needs help get to their end goal. I
know a lot of real estate agents, when something comes up, they want to just jump on the issue and right away and I've always had this kind of approach, but someone put it into words, and that is, you'd be amazed on how many things will fix themselves if you let it go to voicemail and get back to it in a couple hours.
That's absolutely true in life. That was my dad's philosophy.
Yeah.
I would say, jump on this, and he would say, nope. We're going to see where it goes and if it takes care of itself.
Yep.
And sure enough, most of the time it did. Good lesson.
A lot of things in real estate do take care of themselves. And they don't take care of themselves. What takes care of it is the other players in the market and the real estate agent. You know, I always say we're the quarterback. Well, sometimes the quarterback just needs to let the running back run the ball.
Absolutely.
And that could be the lawyer, that could be the lender, could be the seller. I mean, you just got to let them do what they need to do, and then you're in a good position.
Isn't that why we're as effective as we are? Because we know how to pull together a good team, and we know when to intercept.
I think so. I think, and that's what really makes the realtors that excel, and those that don't or struggle, unfortunately end up getting out of the business, which is sad because I see some that have huge potential, but they just don't learn certain lessons that need to be learned. And not necessarily is it their fault. Maybe somebody didn't show them or teach them that.
No, that's true. But if someone's not willing to coach me, I have to search out that coach.
You do. I had to do it in my aspect of me in my career. I had to find my mentors. My mentors weren't in front of me. I had to go out and look for them and find them, and I did. I have some amazing individuals that I can point to that have completely showed me the ropes. Right now, off the top of my head, Debbie Bell would be the first name out there.
She's an amazing woman.
Oh, she's awesome. Past president of the association and just outstanding. And just so much experience and so much knowledge.
And what a great personality Debbie has.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie's one of those that she stays in the background until she's needed to lift someone up or something up.
And just where we were talking about with this deal. So, all right, let's talk some actual real estate stuff.
Sure.
So home prices keep going up, but why?
Well, because we don't have inventory.
That's right.
We haven't caught up yet from those 10 years of no building.
Well, and here's the funny thing. So we've go over these numbers before on the show with me and Nancy. And I'm going to hit them really quick again. All right. So when you're looking at percent change in home values, month over month, we have Zillow, Black Knight, and Freddie Mac. Okay. So starting in January 2022, we're going on an upswing. This is Zillow's. Up 1.5, up 1.8, up 2. Are you seeing it on your screen?
No, sir, I'm not.
Oh, let me share
your screen, please.
Yeah, that's what I have. Let me get a shared screen going for you.
I see WJOL 1340 on your microphone, and I see a wonderful picture of Eddie.
Haha.
There we go. Now I see numbers.
Now you see numbers. Awesome. Nancy yells at me all the time. Could you share, please? Sorry. I get everything set up. I get the laptop going. I get the board going. Evan gets his stuff, the commercials in, and I get the zoom up, but I always forget that last button, and that's the share button.
Eddie, you're a mentor, not a teacher. You weren't trained in that world.
No, I wasn't. All right, so as I was saying, March 2022, up 2%, then up 2%, 1.7. We don't hit a negative on Zillow's numbers until August 2022. And we're out of that negative.
Good Lord, how do you read those numbers,
by
sir?
January. I have good eyes.
Yeah.
Here,
okay. They're still young.
Thank
you.
We're going to put it in Nancy vision for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not much younger than Nancy.
So, by January, Zillow's got us at a 0 loss. Month over month. Then you're at 0.4, 0.3, 0.4 gains. So by the time we got into 2023, according to Zillow, we were gaining value. We did not lose any value in 2023.
We are. I was on a call this morning where we did some statistics by county. And we're anywhere from 3% to, depending on what county you're in the Chicagoland area, 9% up.
Where was Will County?
Will County is on the lower side.
Really?
And right now, it's pretty flushed with inventory according to this reporting. So
really?
Yeah.
That's not the numbers I'm seeing. So it depends on how you're looking at it.
I think that's it. I think that's a truth. That economics are all about that. It's about reading in between the lines.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
We have to pull that information out, that data out, and take a look. But we are up in numbers.
Yeah.
So feel good about that. We have not backslid like they have in other areas of the country.
Yeah. And even in the other areas of the country, we still haven't backslid. I mean, you look at Black Knight, these are all national numbers.
Okay.
So when you're looking at this, I mean, again, started off in a Black Knight up 1.3, up 2.3. This is January 2022. By July, we started losing. We were down 1.1, down 1, down 0.5, down 0.4. All right. But again, by January 2023, up 0.1, up 0.5, 0.7, 0.7. So we are back to the positive by this year. Same when you're looking at Freddie Mac. Freddie Mac started great in January. We turned around. We were up 1.6, 1.4. Down July, 0.8, 0.5. Back up. We stayed down all the way through December. Just little bits, 0.2s. But by January, we were back up. January, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3 through April, 0.7 in May, or 0.5 in May, 0.7 in June, and then 0.7 in July.
And that's continuous growth.
And so
that's added together.
There's been no loss.
No.
In 2023. All of the losses were in 2022.
The only thing we're seeing are some seasonal changes, not loss.
Yeah. And I don't even think we're seeing seasonal changes right now.
It depends on the product you're putting on the market.
Yeah.
And it always does.
Yeah.
That's a reality. So I guess that's where I say that. Some people don't put a pretty product out there,
if it's not
what they're putting out.
If it's not move-in ready.
Yep.
If you're overpriced.
Well, and that's why people overprice, because they say, down the street, but what do you have? Do you have a generator? How new is your roof? Is the new generation, they know how to. They read their Google or they read their YouTubes.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do that stuff. They want to have time to play after they buy their investment.
I don't know if it's necessarily that they're looking for time to play. I think it's right now that they're just strapped for cash. When you're looking at what their income is and what they have to make and what they have to do to be able to buy the house, it's a cash trap. I really think it is. So senior economist at Zillow explains the past 12 months this way. The U.S. housing market has surged over the past year after a temporary hiccup from July 2022 to January 2023. That downturn has proven to be short-lived as housing rebound impressively so far in 2023. So we've lost nothing in 2023.
No, somebody told me we're in the ninth inning, and
Yeah.
we're ready to move forward.
I think right
Ready
now,
to win.
So why are the home prices increasing? No one, one reason the prices are going up is that there's just not enough homes, like you said.
That's truly a lot of what it is we have a whole generation, 2 generations that now have the courage to buy, have the wherewithal to buy, they've saved enough money, and that's 2 generations that
Yep.
we haven't been adding houses.
Yeah, because we did not build enough from 2008 to
Right.
almost 2019.
Over 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, so when you're talking about 500,000 units are missing in the supply.
That's a lot of houses for the buyers out there. I know my very first place was a brand new property, and then my second one was at that point about 75 years old.
Yeah,
So I
mean,
had both.
You look at in the Chicago market, we're probably looking 50,000 transactions, I think, or is it going to be 100? I think it'll be 100,000.
I think it's going to be at least 100.
Around 100,000, yeah. We could probably do another 30,000 transactions if we had inventory, and then you get into the cost aspect. Okay, so prices down slightly,
It's fall.
which is not happening because of the lack of inventory.
No.
You want prices to come down, you need to increase supply. Okay? Or we need the interest rates to come down, which,
Well, that would be a nice, but Eddie, my first house was in the 7s, and my second house started in the 6s, and it was an
Yeah.
adjustable, so it went all the way up to 11 before I moved and got
What-
out of that mess.
which is true, but you weren't buying an average house of $375,000. That's the difference.
No, my
That-
second house was about 85, but
Yeah.
the person who sold it a year and a half after I sold it for 165.
Yeah.
Same house, nothing added.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. Timing the market can be key. And I think we're looking at
A crazy spring,
a crazy spring.
very crazy.
I do. Freddie Mac states, while rising interest rates have reduced affordability and therefore demand, they've also reduced supply. Though the mortgage rate lock-in effect, overall, it appeared the reduction in supply has outweighed the decrease in demand. Thus, housing prices have started to increase. And that's the key right there. That's exactly what has happened in this market.
They're going up. They're staying stable and they're moving.
Yep, the increase in rates did decrease demand.
Temporarily.
Yeah, because people still have to move eventually. But what it also did decrease was the supply, because people said, nope, I'm going to lock in at this rate. I'm going to stay at 3%. I'm going to stay at 4%.
Absolutely, some people are doing that, but let's
Yep.
face it, we all have life changes. Life is not stable at all,
Yep.
and so we have to adjust.
And we're going to
those.
talk about that, reasons why to sell your house. That's going to come up later in the show. But because it's a great point when you're looking at everything going on in the market. People still, no matter what, they still move. So, I mean, they still make that move. So, if you're a buyer that's been waiting for, because you're afraid it might drop in value, know that home prices have gone back up and you have nothing to worry about. You should be looking to buy. There is not a market collapse right now based on what the data that we have in front of us.
No, and how much do people pay for their cars and their credit cards in the way of interest? So a home loan at
yeah.
8.25% or for 15 years 7.65
Yeah.
is beautiful.
That's a good point. When you're looking at what car loans are at and
12%. Some of them are.
Yeah. I don't know. The last car we bought, we had 0.
Well,
And I'm like holding off. I could use a new car, and I keep waiting. I'm like, come on, where's my 0%? Where's my...
no, and I don't know that they'll come back.
I don't know if they will.
A lot of people purchased cars when Mr. Obama did the changes or the special tax rebate for buying cars, and I've seen a lot of cars that are about that age now that are out there. People are waiting for the government to do something special for them.
Maybe it could be. So looking at the home prices, I want to look at, home prices. The growth is returning to normal.
Very much so.
So,
and what is it? Average of 2 to 3% a year is real. 20% a year, 9-10% is crazy.
Well, let's take a look. So 49. This is a 49-year average month price movement. So percentage month over month. This is from 1973. All right, not seasonally adjusted to 2022. Okay.
And in 1973, we had some oil embargoes and some other craziness going on.
So you're looking at a 49-year average. All right. So in January, I'm going to make that Nancy size again for you.
Thank you. I can see it's a pyramid.
Uh-huh. In January, we go up, on average, 0.12%. In February, we go up 0.25%. In March, we go up 0.6. Now, keep in mind, this takes in the recession data. This takes in the unicorn years of 2021.
I love that term.
And 2022. Yeah. So you're looking at, in April, up 0.86. May, up 0.88. June, up 0.79. So there's your seasonal, aspects.
Sure.
And now we're getting into that summer months. July 0.64, August 0.44, September 0.25, and you get into those winter months. Guess what? You're still seeing growth.
We are still seeing growth, and why don't we see why do we see it level out a little bit in July? 2 reasons, right? Number 1, people are vacationing,
yes.
So there's not as much competition in the market.
Yeah.
Number 2, we're starting to think about, have we settled and signed up our kids for school if we have kids in the world? So
yeah, there's that back to school aspect. We hit that wall. We hit a wall this year in August, big time on that back to school moment.
And we do every year. But really, the difference between 0.88 and 0.25, it's half a percentage difference in the pricing.
And if you add this all together, so you're looking at, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5% growth. You're between 4 to 5%, I think, on growth. All right, so now looking at average 49 years versus the price movement in 2023.
It's still a pyramid.
And we're actually, so in January, the month-over-month number was down for 2023. So it was negative 0.5.
But that was the end of 2022 where we had the rate start to rise, and 2% to 4% is a 100% increase, and it freaked out people initially.
Oh yeah, it did.
4% to 6% is only a 50% increase.
Yeah.
So we begin to understand that percents aren't that big a difference.
Yeah, it really did. So when you're looking at it, but look at how we're outproducing the price movement in March. Average for the 49 years, 0.64. We went up 1.3, 1.5 in April versus 0.86.
And that's absolutely incredible. But even if you think about an athlete may have a good season, but they aren't going to continue that growth in a PR.
No, you can't have a PR every single day.
No.
I mean, and that's the thing. So you look at July, we were 0.6 in month over month, where the average is 0.64.
Yeah.
So we're still right there, in that ballpark. August numbers are not out, so we don't have those numbers just yet compiled. But I mean, the numbers are right in line with the market just growing at that 5% rate. And you know what? We're going to talk numbers. Let's talk numbers after the break for Joliet. So let's see what Joliet's doing here. So keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird and Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird and Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST. Or visit yourdwellings.com.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
Stocks may succeed, stocks may fail. Real estate is always there. It's Get Real with Eddie.
It's Get Real with Eddie, and let's check out some numbers for the city of Joliet. All right, so Joliet's median sales price, and this is for, where are we at? September. We did get September numbers in as of October 14th. Median sales price for Joliet is $255,500. That's up 16.4%. Wow. The average sales price is $261,907, up 11.5%. Now, on the trailing 12 on the average, it is up 3.2% for the trailing 12. So what I'm looking at here is a couple big sales, in my view, that did pop. Now, we had we had 97 closed properties, down 25.4% from last year. The average market time did tick down to 26 days, and the inventory of homes is sitting at 114, which is down 47.9% on the single family. Anything really standing out there for you?
I think 26 days stands out for me because we're so used to the 2-day average, depending on what product you're getting out there. But I remember every time I've sold a house, they've told me it could take 60 to 90 days.
So you know what's funny? And because we look at these numbers all the time. We've been doing the show for so long, me and Nancy, and we're looking at these numbers monthly. The actual market time average never got down to 2 days.
Truth.
It just felt like 2 days.
It did.
I think in Joliet, it went down as low as 14 days.
Yeah, I think 14 is absolutely right.
Yeah, so...
By the time you got through all those contracts and signed and...
Yeah. Yeah.
etc.
The other thing that stands out to me is percentage of original list price. We're back up over 100% of asking price, 100.1 at 1.8%.
That means we've got some great products out there.
Mm-hmm.
People are cleaning up their houses to sell them.
Yep. So
And I didn't say redecorating. I said just making sure it's clean.
You know what? Cleaning your house is a huge aspect. Take out 25% of what's in a room, and it can really help sell a house.
Sure, and leave some wall space.
Yes.
So people can envision their own dream.
So the average on the attached median sales price, the attached property is $261,500, up 10.3%. Average sales price on the attached is $247,469. That is up 7.9%. Percentage of original list price received 101.1. I definitely think there is a move for affordability there.
Yes.
Because you're seeing, and there's definitely some new construction. When you're seeing an attached median sales price above the median sales price of detached, and there was only 34 closings in the attached, you've got some new construction that's closing out or doing something that's driving that median sales price to be higher than the detached.
Could be
So-
definitely. But I think you hit it right there. Is that we've got a number of our generation that's downsizing, and then we have a new segment of the generation or of the population that is saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we really aren't ready for the backyard and taking care of the outside.
point.
Let me just get something.
Buy a
inside.
condo.
Hey. That's where I started. I started in a townhouse.
My cousin, this kid is just so sharp. He was 18 years old, and he bought a condo not far here from the station.
Cool.
18 years old, and he owns his own house. His mortgage payment is like $850.
Yep.
He's 21 now, probably has $30,000 to $40,000 in equity.
Yes.
And, you know, and he sits there, and he's now watching some of his friends. They're thinking of moving out of the house.
And they're having a hard time doing it
And
a
they're
little bit.
thinking of like $1,500 in rent.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to split it. Because, I mean, and that's one of the things that drives me nuts. All right? Some of the younger generation, well, I can't afford rent. Well, neither could we. When rent was $600 or $650, we got a roommate and we split it. And it was $300 a piece. I had a roommate, God bless Mel. She lives down in Florida right now. All right, and that's how we made it work. You get a roommate.
You did. You got a couple of you together, 3 of you together, and you kind of laid out some boundaries and
hope you didn't kill each other.
Well, whenever I've worked with a renter, I've always advised them to have their own contract underneath the lease as to what happens and who's responsible for what.
Oh, if it's more than they're splitting the rent.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there are more than one person on the lease, which if there's more than one adult living there, you're going to see that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, but the reality is that those who are renting do feel this inflation more than homeowners, because a homeowner's assets keep increasing as the home appreciates during inflation, where a renter doesn't.
And we haven't seen updated numbers for a while on that. I'll have to go digging, see if I've gotten updated numbers. But looking at the aspect of net worth, where the last numbers I saw, the net worth of a renter was around $8,000, while our homeowners at $250.
Right. And if the average price has gone up from $250, well, then we're higher than that now.
Yeah, so.
And so, yes.
Well, I think the average homeowner's taken on some debt, because it was up to $350 for a while.
Okay.
And I think the debt aspects have come down, so their net worth has come down. But that's the beautiful thing. You still have the home.
The home's still appreciating. We just showed that.
Where's there's no asset for the renter.
There isn't.
Even to take on that debt.
Right. So they're paying out more and more, just like the homeowner is, but they have nothing sitting there building.
And that gets into, what are the real reasons to move outside just the financial aspect? Because there are reasons you want to buy a house. Realtor.com says no matter what interest rates and home prices do next, sometimes homeowners just have to move.
Maybe due to a new job, a new baby, a divorce, a death, or some other major life change.
Yep. I mean, and that's what it comes into. You look at these aspects, and you look at the job. So it could be relocation, new job, whatever it may be. Maybe you got your dream job lined up.
And you're leaving whatever state you're in.
Yeah, whatever it could be. So, I mean, that's one reason why. The next is maybe you are looking to upgrade. You know, you're looking to you need a larger house.
Maybe you got lucky, and even after a pandemic, you were able to get a remote job. So
There's
you
a
need some
lot of
space.
remote work. We've been looking at the remote work a lot on the show, and the remote work right now is around anywhere from 20 to 40% of the jobs.
If I don't have a physical job,
Yeah.
then I can probably work remote.
Well, exactly.
If I'm not working in a warehouse, if I'm not
Yes.
a doctor or a nurse.
Yep. And
Or
even some of
working in a
those, I
bank.
mean, I've done telehealth
Yes.
stuff, so even some of that has some remote aspects to it. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So, you know, looking from out of the job into upgrading your house, you know, needing more square footage, maybe you need a home office to work from home, you know, maybe you're looking to have a home gym, whatever it may be, you know, these are the upgrade options you have.
Maybe you want to put an indoor pool in the backyard instead of going to the gym.
I would love to do an indoor pool. I really would.
Talk to Clarence Red. He's good at those.
An indoor pool?
Oh, he's got a couple.
Really? I'll have to look into that.
Got a really cool little one that you can, that has the water that creates...
The current, so you can
yes,
swim against the current?
yes.
That would be amazing. I really would love that. That would be awesome. Because that's the thing. The wife wants a pool, and I keep looking at her, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not going to get a pool and spend that kind of money to use it 3 months out of the year.
Well, and that's what an acquaintance of mine told his wife. I want you to count the days where you would want to be in the water,
Yeah.
and we're going to see which is more, the days you don't during time period when it's warm enough or the days you do.
Yeah.
It's got to be more than 50% of the time.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It really isn't. Nancy closed her pool already this year. I was
Really?
shocked, yeah. I should say the giant hot tub, because she keeps it at 90 degrees.
Oh, I like her pool.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dang, she hasn't invited me yet.
I know. Well, I know. We need to have an office party at Nancy's.
I think that would cheer things up.
Yes,
That
there
would
we go.
definitely work.
Yes.
All right.
Hi, Nancy. This is what happens when you get kidnapped by aliens.
Yes.
We plan parties at your house.
Downsizing is also great. My parents did that a few years ago. And even though they really didn't want to, my dad couldn't get in the basement anymore. He didn't have the mobility, and so it would have meant having that large equipment there, and then you couldn't get furniture or other people up or down. So they downsized to a condo that had a garage underneath that's heated, and it has an elevator, and there's
wow.
a gym there, and
Wow.
a indoor swimming pool that as long as they're at the pool, they can bring their grandkids or children.
They're in Joliet, aren't they?
They are in
I know
Joliet.
where
You know where they are.
I know where they are, because there's only one place that has that.
Solid brick.
And it is one of my. I looked at, if something happened to my wife, and we got to a point where I would move over there. I
And there
think
are no rentals
those
allowed.
those units are just amazing, and there are no rentals allowed over there on the HOA.
Yes.
I have four clients that live over there.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps turning, and that's the beauty of it. It is that reasonable entry. I mean, it was even more reasonable, but it's still a reasonable entry, and some people have started to update.
Well, I think the best feature about that location is the indoor garage.
Oh,
because you
100%,
can't-
That's what sold my dad.
You can't find anywhere else where, you know, you can get condos and all this other stuff, but nowhere there where there's the elevator and an indoor garage.
Heated garage.
Yes.
So if you come in with a foot of snow because you've been driving, it melts off and goes down the drain.
Yep, the buildings are so well maintained, and the HOA fee is very reasonable because it's self-managed.
Not anymore.
Oh, it's not. They
No,
got to
it's
manage.
not,
They
yes.
finally got a management company.
They did.
Oh, okay. So that's news to me.
Yeah.
I haven't looked over there for probably 3 years. I haven't had any clients over there in a while.
I see them. There's about an average of 4 or 5 a month that seem to be turning.
That turn, yeah. There's usually, there's a good amount of units over in those.
There are.
Yeah.
There are. That was a very smart development in the 70s for the person for Borough who built it.
We need
More of those.
more of that product.
Yes.
We do need more of that product in our marketplace, amongst other things. I also think we need the brick bungalow to come back.
Oh, I would love for brick bungalows to come back.
You need a 3-bedroom brick bungalow,
With 2 bathrooms, right?
2 bathrooms, a basement, and the garage. We have to find a way to make the garage attached.
Well, that's not a problem. You can catty corner it on the back. We just have to, they don't fit on the Chicago lots.
Yeah. So,
So
I
we
mean,
have, but lots are wider today. So if they're parceled wider, we just have to find a way to make bricks so we don't have to transport them from somewhere where they're so expensive.
I don't know if that bungalow has to be brick, though.
Oh, you just said so.
I know. It's just what people know as a brick
Okay.
bungalow. I think you could do a vinyl siding house, and I think they would sell all day long, and that would help keep the cost down. All right, because if you do go brick, now you're getting into some cost aspects. So I think you could do that in a vinyl house.
You don't have to dig as deep in a garage for a basement because they're raised, but then
Yeah.
we have some mobility issues. So then we've got to do some that are straight up ranches and some that are higher.
Yeah, some can be 2 stories, some can be, but that's what I think you need right now. I think the market's dying for a 1,600 square foot to 2,000 square foot house.
Yep.
And they're not looking for anything. They're not looking for a quarter acre or bigger on the lot. They're looking for a quarter acre or smaller. City, the old city lots. I think there's a huge demand out there for that product. The problem I think you run into is the market. I don't think the market would allow it. So
I think that is the hard part is the cost to make that. And but there are a lot of lots where something like that may work
Yeah.
as the older properties come down and we can create some new neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I was talking to an inspector at one point, and I said, where do you see the most challenges in house? And he said, the houses that are over 100 years old versus the houses are 20 years old. Let's face it, that's real. Code has changed.
Code has changed. The building materials have changed everything. So, all right, let's take a quick break. When we get back from the break, we're going to talk about the perks of selling in this low inventory environment.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird and Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird and Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST, or visit yourdwellings.com.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
The face for radio, the heart for real estate. It's Get Real with Eddie.
Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. I'm not hearing myself very well in the headphones today.
Well, that's because you've got a big head.
I need new headphones. I broke my headphones is what my problem is.
Poor Eddie.
I know. Life goes on. Hey, 6100 Autumn Oaks Drive.
Cool looking house.
I know. $375,000. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's still available. 2-car garage on the market. The pictures are just amazing on this. It has
I love
a
the
loft.
architecture.
Yeah, this was built by D.R. Horton,
Okay.
single owner.
Oh, I love that green in that room.
Yep. So
And that flooring.
you walk in, and you got like a flex room in the front, and then it's a huge aspect kitchen.
You don't call them living rooms anymore. You call them flex rooms.
That one is designed as a flex room. I always said that's the living room.
Or the parlor.
Yeah. So could be parlor.
I'm so old-fashioned.
Slightly, if you're using the word parlor.
Well, we have a front room and a family room. There are two different places. So the front room is where we bring our guests first.
Yeah.
And then if they're family, then they get to come down.
We have the front room / living room.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. And then we have the family room.
Okay.
And so we used to be in the family room all the time, but because our family room is very small, it's not very
It's like
large.
a den.
Yeah, it really is. And so we've moved into the front room because he's just the little guy's bouncing off the walls all the time,
sure.
and we need this space.
You remember those crazy pictures of the bookshelves with the old-fashioned books during the Zoom COVID that I always had behind me on Zoom meetings?
I do not.
Okay, that's my front room.
That's your front room.
It's got wingback chairs and a whole wall
Oh,
of
wow.
bookshelves.
Wow.
So, yes, that's a true old-fashioned room.
So yeah, so check out 6100 Autumn
Love it.
Oaks.
Gorgeous. Don't miss out. 2,400 square feet. More than 2,400 square feet.
Yep. So that is definitely available. All right. So the perks of selling in a low inventory. So the supply of homes for sale is far below the norm right now, and it gives you some advantages with that supply when you're looking at it. So supply of homes for sale. All right, looking at September. So this is the September numbers.
Not as much competition. Go for it.
When you're looking, now we threw out the unicorn years, of course,
I see that.
and we're looking at just your normal. 2017, 1.3. 2018, 1.3. 2019, 1.22. Okay? 23,
Hiccup.
700,000 in inventory nationally.
Yeah. That means there's not as many places for people to go. So it is a good time to sell.
It is a good time to sell. 69% of homes sold in less than a month.
Hey, less than 30 days.
So this is from the Confidence Index from the National Association of Realtors. They're getting offers, 2.6 offers as the average number on homes recently sold.
And I remember when the average number of kids was 2.6 in a family.
I think it's down to 2.1 now, isn't
I
it?
think you're right, but isn't it funny how you can split a kid?
I knew you were going there. I knew you were going there.
And you fell for it.
I did. Realtor.com. Homes spent 2 weeks less on the market this past month than they did in the average September 2017 to 2019. As still limited supply spurs homebuyers to act quickly. So if you guys are looking to sell, this is the market to sell in.
It absolutely is the market, particularly right now because we've settled in with what it takes to buy a house. People have had that extra time to save some money up, to relook at their budgets, and there's just not as much competition right now. And some of the houses look so beautiful in the fall and as we go into the winter Christmas season. So if you're thinking about it, do it before the football season ends.
That lack of competition is kind of key because some people don't want to move. And I've always said I think you can get your best deals in the fourth quarter when it comes to real estate because you get individuals out there that assume, well, I have to sell and I'm not selling in the spring market. I'm not going to get as much. So they're more willing to negotiate.
So yes, they may be more willing to negotiate, or as you said, they may have a need to sell right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That need to sell always kicks in too.
Always.
So
the bottom line there, buyers want more options.
Yeah.
And your house may be the key. If you've loved it, isn't it time to share it?
Do you, when you sit down with the sellers, I like to do this. Do you ask them what's your favorite thing about the house?
Absolutely.
Do you? I do too. What made you buy this house? What was the three things?
I want to hear the whole stories. I
Yeah.
want to know as much about your life as I can,
Yeah,
because we want to market it. We want to find the next person.
because those are the features that really stand out. We've got a new one that's going to come up this week on the market for Oswego, and it's just drop dead gorgeous ranch, and it's not. I don't see it lasting long at all. I mean, I really don't see it lasting long at all. You've got quartz countertops.
Wow, I love quartz.
Yeah, I put a teaser out on social media. I don't know if you saw it.
I think I did see that.
That
one.
ranch with it had the ranch picture, and then the kitchen picture was inside it.
Yep.
Yeah. I was playing around, and I wanted to try something different this time, and so
Playing
we
with
did.
Canva, huh?
I was, and it goes up this weekend, and the pictures turned out amazing.
Oh, I'm excited. I'll have to make some phone calls to
Yeah.
some buyers who've been a little bit slow lately.
Well, and the garage is a good sized garage. It's got a little
More depth.
It's got a little more depth, and there's a little bit of a tandem aspect to it.
Okay.
Like a little half car area.
Sure.
So you're a 2.5 car, but you're a true 2.5, almost 3/4, because of this extra sport. You can put a little workbench back there. There's a door that goes to the backyard.
Well,
So-
my ex had one of those garages attached to it when he built his ranch. He 3-bedroom ranch.
Yeah.
And with 2 bathrooms, but the garage was bigger than the ranch because he was a NHRA racer.
Oh,
And
really?
So he had the trailer and the car, and then his regular 2-car
I've
garage.
seen
and
some
then
people with that.
He had another little quarter section, like you're talking, in the
Yeah.
back for a spare car that was a street racer.
Street racer. Mm-hmm. I've seen that. So
Yeah, so garages are important.
yeah, they get. I've seen houses where the house is bigger than the garage, or the garage is bigger than the house.
That what it is, what it was.
And some people will definitely grab on to that.
Though I honestly, Eddie, have never met a woman who was worried about the size of the garage. Have you?
I have
Okay.
had a couple ladies that wanted a big garage, believe it or not. That they were into the cars, and it wasn't, the guys usually are into the cars with them, but they were into the cars just as much.
At my house, people are always amazed if I can actually get a car in the garage. There's other stuff that lands there.
Yeah, that's where mine is right now. We just redid all the brick around our house, so I had 103 pavers in my garage all summer.
Oh,
So, and I was trying to get it done myself, and finally I had to pull the trigger, and we hired Green Gold. They were amazing. They came in, and the brick was laid so well. I don't think I could have done what they did.
No, you couldn't, because you don't do it every day.
No.
I mean, I know how to change oil, but do you think I'm going to get under my car at more than a half century old and change my oil?
Yeah.
No, I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
My time is better used helping people find their new houses
Yeah.
and sell them.
So if somebody wants to reach out to you, what is the best number for them to reach you at?
Oh, I can be reached at 815-529-1666. You like that? That's easy to remember.
I do like that.
1666. That's Tanya Rand with Baird and Warner.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show. Any big plans this weekend?
Is the weekend coming up?
Yeah.
Yes, I actually am. I'm going to go see one of those Angel Studio movies with
Angels-
some friends.
Angel Studio.
They're the movies that are make you think a little bit more, and this is what I think is on Afterlife.
Oh, all right. That's different.
So yeah,
That's different. My wife just got back from Philly. She was out of town last
Oh.
weekend.
Okay.
So she went. That's why me and Eddie, we ran to the Hawks game. Mom's out of town. Yeah, we're going to the Hawks game.
Well, every young boy should be able to see some major sports.
Oh yeah.
It does work when they're under 2 and they can sit on your lap, but
That's
you
just
know, at
cheaper,
7,
but-
Eddie's in a good place to
Oh,
enjoy it.
he does enjoy it. He has some fun.
Is
So
he playing hockey yet?
no, he doesn't. He hasn't wanted to play hockey. He just enjoys going to the games, just
Okay.
like Dad. Dad didn't play either. I didn't get into it until I was like 8th grade, and I never could skate well.
Got it. My
So-
nephews were all very, very involved in club hockey, and I know my
Yeah.
sister and brother-in-law were running around every state imaginable. So you're lucky he doesn't want to do that yet. They started at age 3.
He's right now. He's doing swimming.
Oh, good
so
for him.
He's in swimming, and he's learning how to swim, which that's important to Mom and Dad. We want him to know how to swim, and yeah,
So
we'll
you
go
can
from
put
there.
that pool in your backyard,
Yep.
in ground.
Yep. There we go. So, all right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online at getrealwitheddie.com, talking about your largest investment, your home, 365 days a year.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird & Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.